Hey everybody, Sea-Dog here. Last couple videos I showed you what the Z Automotive Taser can do and what it can't do. So after reading some forums and looking at things online, hopefully I figured out a way to get launch control to work. So stay tuned for BAM! ODB Link MX Plus. That along with Alpha ODB software, we're going to get this thing rolling. Let's see. You got a knife? Anybody? Knife? Knife? It's child-proof. Three-year warranty and a thank you. Comes in a fancy case. 100% satisfaction guarantee. And here's the manual. And here's the unit. I'll go ahead and unzip it. Not much to it. Wrapped in plastic, ready to go. Here's the unit. There's laptop. Let's get logged in. Alright, so there's a little icon. So let's go ahead and open her up. I already downloaded and hopefully put in the right info. I don't know for sure. But first things first, I got to throw this in the car, turn it on to on position, and then connect up the device. And I think I have to go to advanced mode. Yeah, so I set it to ODB link. Oof. ODB link and ODB link right there. And hopefully these settings are the right ones to get this thing started. So let me throw it in the beast. Alright. I'm pretty sure everybody knows where that ODB2 is at, but in case you don't, it's right up under there, and we're going to hook it up. Okay. It's down here. It's already blinking blue, so I'm guessing it's pairing. I'll go ahead and throw this in the on position. We're going to go with unknown device. Connect. Okay. So unknown device is paired, and then it just changed to ODB link. So I'm gonna hit done there. Okay, we're gonna go into the car and figure out what it says is connected. Just trying to figure out how to pull the system log. So hopefully I'll have that figured out, and then I'll run through the process. Okay, I think I got this thing figured out. So for my car, I'm sorry if it's not focusing, but for my car, it's on the body computer, Dodge Challenger LA, and then we hit connect, and then down here at the bottom, or at the top, sorry, it says it's connected. Then down at the bottom it'll say connected to body control module, and then I go to status. Then under status, I want to read the system ID. Let's use the mouse here. Read system ID. Lots of info. Lots and lots of info. It's just reading and reading. And then I'm also going to do system status. Let's make sure this is done though. Okay, so that line at the bottom means that it's completed the system ID. So then we go over to system status. Throws in a bunch of information. We'll get the idea. So then I'll go compare these logs to what changes I want to make, and then we'll figure out next how to make changes. So stay tuned. Okay, good morning everybody. Next day. These are the configuration changes I am going to make. I am going to turn the drive mode feature configuration on, memory drive mode, escape drive mode, sub feature. I'm going to turn those all to yes. And then here, chassis type, I'm going to change to 77. Down here, I noticed I did the swap for the 309 limited slip, so mine still is listed as 3.077, but I even think I had a 3.08, so that's really weird. So I'm going to make that adjustment too, just to hopefully not brick this thing. So here we go, software's here, I'm jumping on, and we're moving forward. All right, status connected. Let me grab this thing here. We're going to go over to the active diagnostic, and in the drop down we're going to go to, I believe it's make configuration changes. Yep, very bottom down there, car configuration change. Oh, let you go directly to the car configuration change you want to make. So let's find in here. And I'm guessing this is why they have the option to find a setting. Let's see if we can't do a little search-a-roo. There we go, drive mode feature configuration. So we're starting there. That is the first change we're going to make. And then it says select the value. And my values are yes, no, or no, yes, whatever. And I am changing it from no to yes. Drive mode is feature configuration to yes. And I'm assuming I hit start. So my log is recording. It says, after making changes to the car configuration, cycle the ignition for at least 30 seconds. Okay, so this is click next. Current status of the component is no. Click next to change the system selected. And next. All right. I'm going to finish these off cam and make sure that that took. But basically, I'm going to make all those changes that I said, and I will be back. Okay, I have, I believe, made all the necessary changes. I don't want to connect to the ABS. Let me disconnect. I want to connect to the body computer. Oops. Gotta select. It's weird because no matter which one I select, it moves it down to here, I believe. Yep. There it is. It's connected. So if I go over to my status and read system ID, let that roll for a bit while I try to find some focus in here. So I believe the first one is performance pages. I might have missed it. But as you can see, Drive mode features now yes. Memory drive mode sub configuration is now yes. Escape drive mode feature is now yes. So I must have missed the performance pages. They must be above. One other thing I did turn on was the Super Track Pack. So I will have to find it. Actually, the easiest way is to go into the log. Okay, so here are all the changes at the top. And then I actually get to this real quick. If I click on the bottom and then I hit Control F, allows you to search through something. We're going to do search up, and we're looking for chassis. And then I'm going to hit Find Next. Must be up higher. There it is. Chassis type 77. And the only error on the display right now is the check engine light. And I think that's because I'm in the process of being connected and configuring. So life is good. But does it work? That's the question. Let's start this puppy up and find out. Alright, so now you're going to get a cold start from within the car, and you'll see what we got going on here. Crap. That was not showing up. Oh, now we definitely got to go test. Hold on. Let's see what this changes to. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're about to go do some testing here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're just doing a little quick test. Sorry about the thing here. Launch control, activate launch control. Okay, it says to launch, press the brake and quickly apply throttle. There it goes. Look at that. Nice. Launch control. Activate launch control. Okay, it's set to 1500. looks like I don't have the taser in or anything, and it looks like all my performance ones are back. But I still have not seen the actual performance pages, and I don't know if that's because I didn't turn on SRT mode, so we'll figure this all out. But hey, we officially have launch control. Alright, so what I can tell, I do have performance controls, but I still don't have the SRT pages, and I wonder if I have to turn on the SRT pages. Now that I know launch control works, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn on the SRT pages just to see what happens here. But right now, we are golden. Alright, so basically I'm just connecting up, and I'm going to pull the logs for all the changes I've made so far, just to have them documented, and I will set those aside. Then I'll clear the logs, and then once I clear the logs, I will make the adjustment to SRT and see if I can get the SRT pages. So here we go. Okay, so I just did a hard reset on the radio. The SRT pages did not show up, so let's see what we got here. See, it doesn't even give me an option. Actually, my sport mode button doesn't work anymore. My traction control button works, but the sport mode button does not. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Alright, so it won't even go into sport mode. So I'm guessing that's because I just selected the SRT. And that's why my sport mode button does not work anymore. So, alright. Well, I guess we'll have to turn them on with the taser. So, no big deal. As long as everything else is working, I'm not going to complain. Okay, reinstall the taser. Performance mode is back. So I'm back to the performance pages, and let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the sports mode button so you can see everything here. So I'm hitting the sport mode button down here, and it should activate up top. Boom. Turns off traction control and enables the sport. And up there in the top right, it says sport. So we are back, and we got the pages. So let's go back to drive modes. So this is all now legit. Launch control, moment of truth. Activate launch control, and boom. There it is. Now, we'll go test it out. I'm going to cancel it for now. So, let me flip this around. So basically, a combination of the Alpha OBD software, and the taser is the best combination if you have an RT. Mine again is a 2017 RT Plus, and now basically I'm gonna verify that launch control still works, but if you saw my last video, you understand that I did have problems where launch control, when I pushed it, it would activate. It says that it was activated, but nothing showed up in the cluster, which is that middle section there. So when I push it now, obviously it tells me, and earlier, probably in the same video, depending on how I cut this, but earlier in the same video you saw that I had launch control working after doing just the alpha OBD. The issue with the alpha OBD is so hard to say, I don't understand why, but the issue with that is I had gotten, with the Taser, I had gotten used to the performance pages and being able to look at some of these other items. I mean, they're just fluff, let's be honest. The launch is more important than the pages themselves, but since I already have the Taser and I know that portion works, I went ahead and turned everything back on. So like I said, for me, the combination of the two so far is my best setup. Now, I will verify that the launch control actually still works, and everything else I'm going to leave. Everything else is set. So the changes that I did make in the end was I turned on performance pages, and it would only show up in the cluster, which is the middle section with the alpha OBD. I also turned on the drive mode feature configuration, memory drive mode sub feature configuration, ESC drive mode sub feature configuration. I switched the chassis type to 77, which was odd. Through the programming, I actually had to change it to 76, because for some reason when I changed it to 77, it went to 78. So I didn't understand it, but I tried it 3 times for 77, and every time it ended up at 78. So finally I just said, well, if this is how it's gonna work, then I'll just change it to 76, and boom, it just changed to 77. So a little, I think, glitch in the software probably. I also updated my axle ratio because I have the limited slip differential. I did that upgrade last year. So I went ahead and changed that. Mine was listed as 3.077, and I changed that to 3.09. And then the other thing I turned on was the Super Track Pack. So that was it with the Alpha OBD. And then tested launch control. Launch control worked. And then it said I had performance pages, but they showed up, like I said, in the cluster, but they weren't. The pages weren't showing up. So I went ahead and grabbed the Taser back out of the house, remarried it to, oh, sorry, I may have not mentioned that I unmarried the Taser before I did all the changes with the Alpha OBD. So remarried the Taser, and I turned on SRT mode, and performance pages there were set to yes, and Super Track Pack was already set to yes, I think. So SRT mode and SRT pages, and then I believe that was all I turned on. So that was all I needed. Did the process where you turn it off, wait a few minutes, then open the door, put it in run mode again, but don't start it, and then turn it off again, wait another minute, and then that sets it with the Taser. So but all those are in the instructions for the Taser. So, but if anybody's got questions on that, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. So for right now, I'm going to end this video, but I will confirm launch control works. But for all purposes, we know it's going to work. So, Sea-Dog out. Okay. So we found a little spot just to do a test. We're not really going to take off. We're just going to verify that that it works here. So put my foot on the brake, hitting launch control. I'm going to activate launch control if I hit the button right. And go over to the cluster. It says right there. To launch, press the brake quickly. So brakes down, jamming it down. It's holding.